Hey everyone, Dr. Jamil Sayegh here. Want to take a moment to wish you and your loved ones a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful experience with those you care about most, and a Happy New Year to you. A message that I want to share with you is that the best is yet to come. Oftentimes, in my mind, at least in my life, I think about every year being better than the next. I look at the next year and I say, this is going to be my best year yet. And there's a reason for that. It's not just positive thinking. And I want to share that with you because I know people in my life who over the years, even those that were younger in their 20s and their 30s, they had this mindset that the best of their life was behind them. And I want you to think about how destructive and disempowering just that thought is, that belief is. If you believe that the best of your life is over, well, what does that do to your future? It takes away hope. It takes away excitement and enthusiasm, and you sit there thinking, what's the point? It's all downhill from here. If that's the thought process, I want you to understand that's a choice, because you don't have to believe that, and I'll show you why. What you do if you're doing that is you're creating the future from the past. And what I mean by that is, here you have the past over here, and you say, well, this is the way my life has always been. These are the decisions that I've made. This is just how I've been showing up. And if you assume that that's how you're going to keep showing up, then yeah, the past is going to look very similar to the future. But there's another way. You can create the future from the future. You can journal, you can close your eyes and visualize who you want to be. What kind of person, what kind of man and woman, what kind of business owner, what kind of leader, what kind of friend, what kind of son, daughter, spouse, whatever role you play. You visualize what that could look like, how you would show up at your best. What would excite you? And then from that place, you come back to this moment and you start acting and being that version of you now. When you do that, you're creating the future from the future. And now the future is going to be completely different from the past because you're not being that same person anymore. I want you to really think about that. Re-listen to this if you need to and let that sink in. Because your future, think of your life like a book. And you might be at whatever point, let's say you're halfway through. Well, the first 50 pages of this 100-page book are written, but the next 50 pages are blank. And if every page represents a year, well, you hold the pen. What do you want the next page to read? What do you want it to say? It's not pre-written. So from that place, the best of your life is this next year. And then in 2022, and then in 2023, 1 year after the next, it just keeps getting better. Why? Because you get to determine what would excite me most at this stage of my life. What would I love to do? What would I love to experience? How would I love to contribute? How would I love to grow and learn? And then you get to do it. You alone determine the actions and the decisions that you make to create the life that you want most. So please let it sink in. As this year wraps up, take a moment to reflect. What am I grateful for? What am I celebrating? What am I most proud of? What have I learned? Because 2020 has been hard for all of us in various ways, but there's still a silver lining. There's still blessings in disguise. There's still blessings that are outright obvious. There's things that maybe you've grown closer to your loved ones. Maybe you've had insights into your own life of, this doesn't work for me anymore. I want to start being different. I want to start showing up in a different way. Maybe you moved to a new place. Maybe you started a new business. Maybe you got a new job. Whatever the case may be, there are things that this year brought that were actually really great. There's lessons that you learned that maybe you learned through hardship that going into next year are going to make you stronger, wiser, and a better, more capable version of you who's able to not only help yourself, but help other people and help the world at large. So really think about, what am I grateful for? What am I celebrating? What am I most proud of? And what are my lessons? And then from that place, maybe take an hour, maybe take 20 minutes, whatever it is, journal on that, think about that, sit with it, and then plan. What do I want next year to look like? What story do I want to craft and tell? From that place, you do that every year, and you review that story on a consistent basis to keep yourself on track. I promise you, you take back the reins, you take back control over the creation of your life, of your story, and the future will be anything you want it to be. Take care. God bless. Love you all. Thank you so much for your support this year. It really means the world to me, and I'm excited to make 2021 our best year yet and serve you in ways that I can't even imagine now that'll serve you so much deeper than before. Take care.